Chaque vendredi, depuis le fait 9h à soir, rendez-vous pas l'autre côté. Branchez Zoom Haiti News à Caribbean Television Network qui présenté au Pawòl Lasante. Yon émission qui peut pi bien comprendre problème santé monde nan a fait face et puis permettre ou prendre disposition pour qu'il mette tout en santé. Chaque vendredi, Zoom Haiti News ak Front Unit a bo yon consultation gratis. Pas rater occasion ça. Pawòl Lasante après passer chaque dimanche à 9h à soir. Émission ça, c'est Zoom Haiti News ak Front Unit qui porte le pour.
Bonsoir, et c'est Dr. Pawòl Lasante, nous avons une émission spéciale à soir. Malheureusement, je vais faire en anglais. My name is Dr. Pawòl Lasante, chair of the United Front of the Haitian Diaspora, an advocacy group. I'm reminding you that the show is in collaboration with Zoom Haiti News and the United Front. Tonight we have a special emission. We are the fundraising organized by the Community Empowerment and World Global Health. Tonight we are going to talk about the kind of activity that they are doing. I am a member of the Community Empowerment, and we are doing work in Haiti and the Dominican Republic. I'm going to have one of our guest artists to introduce himself, and then we'll be talking with him a little bit.
Hello, how are you? This is Marek Hosek here in Chicago. Good to be with you, everybody. Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Well, can you tell us a little bit more about your line of work, what you're doing?
Yeah, sure. So I'm an artist. I'm a graphic designer by trade, and I've been doing it for 20 plus years. And yeah, I live in Colorado now, in Denver, and I've been on I've been on a trip to Haiti, Dominican Republic a few times, and just love helping out community empowerment and the organization.
Well, I forgot to say that we are in Chicago. That's where the fundraising is taking place. Now, I thought that it was an interesting combination, art and health. Where did that idea come from?
So in 2011, I went to Haiti with my buddy, Antonio Jimenez, and I brought my camera. And what I saw was something that I'm not used to seeing. I'm living in Chicago in America, and when I went to Haiti, I saw a need for us to help, especially after the earthquake, especially, after all the stuff that's been going on there for the past 50 years. And came back to Chicago, and I had a lot of really great photos. So a buddy of mine, Brian Wetstein, and I put together an idea that we wanted to do a fundraiser. Back then it was called Art for Haiti. Now it's called Art for Health. But yeah, we just wanted to do something. So we put on a show, and our goal was to raise $10,000, and we ended up raising 30. This was in 2011. So fast forward, 2022, number 12. And each year I try to brand it, give it a new face, give it a theme. Obviously there's more than me working on it. There's a big committee. Other artists are involved now. And art and health are not too different. Art is creative, health is creative. There's many different ways to treat somebody. I think you have to have a passion for both. You have to have a passion to be an artist because, it's a hard living, and you have to have a passion to be a doctor because it's a very hard living as well. So those two, I think, really spoke to me, and they're both very I think we need both of them in the world. One drives the other.
So what are you trying to convey in those pictures, in those photos?
So each year is different. This year's theme is togetherness. So what we try to do, a lot of the idea behind this whole show is to be together, especially after the pandemic when we were home. So Sebastian Kowalski's photos, you'll see a lot of the people are together as one. In my photos, they were taken by orphans in the orphanage, and then I collaborated with them. So we were together as one, creating the art piece. So that's the idea. It's just everything together. We're all in this together. juntos together, ensemble. That's the logo. And you can see the line going through is connecting all of us together. So that's the whole point of this year's photo.
That's fantastic. So I understand that I understand. I've been there. So you have done some videos as well.
Yeah.
And then in general, what are you did in those videos?
Yeah, we did videos. The videos are, shown in multimedia. They're shown on social media. And, really, we just want people here that don't have the ability to go there to see what is going on. And I think that's the whole point. It's just to show awareness. And this party today is about celebration. It's about this is Sebastian Kowalski, one of the artists. You're live, by the way. I'm alive. You're alive. Yeah. And he's gone on many trips. He's been doing this as long as I have. And yeah, it's just really good to be part of it. And the videos are being used in all really, really good nature.
Thank you very much. And then I'm going to get some of the video, including Alfredo or Dr. Hensel.
Love it. Thank you so much. Peace.
We'll take a quick break and then we'll come back with another guest.
Pa koute koze rakite ap rakonte, peyi Etats-Unis toujou kontinye ap aplike la loi sou imigrasyon ak mezi sekirite yo sou fontye yo. Se yon bagay ki toujou rete ilegal le yon moun entre aux États-Unis sans autorisation. Si la yo kap eseye entre nan peyi États-Unis ilegalman, mette la vi yo ak la vi fami yo en danger. Autorite yo ap arete moun ki rive entre ilegalman yo, epi yo ap mette yo nan yon centre pendant yo ap fe prosedi pou deporte yo. Voyage si la yo gen an pil danger, epi yo gen gros konsekans. Reflechi an pile et puis pas essayer al prend qualité risque ça.
La jeunesse vient tande. Yo di Covid ale, mais c'est pas vrai. Virus là, l'a muté, l'a transformé et l'a continué vers le terrain. L'a évolué rapidement et c'est nous toutes qui pour mobiliser pour nous couper coronavirus ça. On nous continue à prendre toutes mes précautions nous te kan prend déjà yo. Si vous pas vacciné, al prend vaccin. Si vous te prend des premières doses, al prend booster. Toujours songer mettre masque. Lavez-moi souvent. Évitez en foule sous déjà un problème santé. Renforcer système immunitaire, respecter consignes CDC et recommandations yo fait dans l'état côté ou vivre. Coronavirus là li nan mitan nous toujours. Li pas obligé fatal. Alors c'est mettre corps qui pour veiller corps. Message ça, c'est United Front of the Haitian Diaspora qui porte pour nous en conjonction avec aucun jeune travail à faire avec Morehouse School of Medicine. Pour plus d'informations, visitez site internet yo dans www.haitianunitedfront.org ou ncrn.msm.edu ou bien reléo dans 202 918 69 92.
We are back, and again we have another guest with us. This is Dr. Wickers. She's a board member of Community Empowerment. And then, would you mind to introduce yourself? And
yeah, sure.
Because it is live.
It's live. Yeah. Hi, I'm Dr. Cynthia Wickers, and I've been a board member of Community Empowerment since it started. And I've been on trips to Haiti since 2010, right after the earthquake, and I really miss going there.
Why is that?
Because I love the people. I've established some. And here's another one of our trip members.
Who am I talking to?
Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Brent. Nice to meet whoever I'm talking
Dr. Brent.
Hi.
So it's a show, a live show that you are doing.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry to crash.
No, that's okay.
That's the part.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to see you guys. I know I just came to meet with you. We went on a trip not too long ago.
Yes.
It was a wonderful experience, and I'm really privileged to work with you guys.
Well, likewise.
What is your name, man?
We're on camera here. Here's one of our nurses on the trip, Pamela.
Who are you talking to? Your brother.
No, that's his show. Talk about the trip.
It's the best. It's the best.
So, since you have been to Haiti many times.
We have been to Haiti many times, and I miss it. And I still communicate with our physician there, and we try to give her direction. Um, we still support the orphanage. Deal with many of the medical problems that still send support.
Yeah, it is particularly difficult now with the current situation in Haiti, where we cannot do any trip. We have been there last time we were in Haiti was 2019.
2019. We just heard this evening that one of the children in our orphanage passed away from cholera.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
So that's very, very sad for us.
Yes, and then the problem is that, and I don't want to interject politics in the show, but the problem, as you know, is a question of sanitation. Hospitals are closed. There is no gas for people to get no water, no clean water.
Simple problem of just food. Simply getting food to them. We try to support them. We send them money, but they can't actually get out and get food.
Yeah. And the other thing I was going to ask also, it's it's about the Dominican Republic. And then apparently, even though we are not going to Haiti, we have not been able to go Haiti, but there is still going to be some kind of connection in the Dominican Republic coming coming here.
Actually, the new community that we're starting to support in the Dominican Republic is primarily Haitian immigrants to the DR.
Yes, yes. And then we are looking.
Aren't we going to dance?
Yes, we are looking. We are looking forward to that because it's that the community, and as people know, the Haitian community, if you are in the Dominican Republic,
Right.
it's very difficult to get health care.
No health care, no rights to anything. So we've chosen that as our new community.
Yes. I don't want to keep you too long. Thank you very much, and I'm going
Thank
to
you.
look forward.
Pleasure to talk to you.
Yes.
And then you want me to be on your show?
Yes.
So we got to go out to do it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. Paula, I am the musician Joel, and I want to jazz with him this way. My wife Paula, who falls asleep, so she can't go.
We had fun. It was a great show.
We had so much fun. Even when he didn't make the reservation, we had fun with that too.
Yes, we are back. We have with us now Dr. David Hensel, who is a board member of Community Empowerment. And we are delighted to have him with us tonight. Dr. Hensel, can you introduce yourself and then.
Yes, my name is David Ansel, and I'm a general internal medicine doctor at Rush in Chicago, and a proud member of the board of community empowerment. You don't see my face, too. Made my fingers in front of me. There we are. And a proud member of community empowerment at Rush in Chicago, and love the work that we get to do in the Dominican Republic and in Haiti when we can get there.
I remember the first time I saw you in Haiti was after the earthquake in 2010.
Yeah.
And then you were very, very much involved in the camp, in doing different camps.
Well, when I trained in Chicago, like you did.
Yes.
At Cook County Hospital.
Yes.
And my brother had opened an orphanage. My brother's an attorney, and he helped open an orphanage in Haiti. And the attorney was a woman whose husband was one of 3 ear, nose, and throat surgeons in the whole country. So before going to Haiti, I called him up. And the only place I knew to go was public hospital, the General.
Yes.
And so I went to the General, which is very similar to Cook County Hospital.
Very, very, very similar.
Where we trained, Joel. It was an amazing, and we knew they needed help there. Of course, many of the buildings had collapsed, the nursing college, but we started an ICU. And
yes, I remember.
We started an intensive care unit, and we were able to take care of a lot of patients during that period there. And I went back again many times, and we look forward to coming back again in the future when things settle down a little bit.
Yes, things are very difficult now, and as you know, there is a cholera outbreak in Haiti right now.
Yeah.
And it can be devastating.
There have been, think about it, in the history of the world, there have been 8 major cholera outbreaks, and the last 2 have been in Haiti.
Yes.
And of the modern time, the last ones have been in Haiti.
Yes.
Affecting tens of thousands of people.
Yes.
Really unconscionable and unacceptable that this could be allowed to happen. But
well, what is more difficult now is because there is no clean water, because of the political situation in Haiti. Vaccination is a little bit difficult to get. My understanding is that there are other parts of the world that there's an outbreak of cholera. They are talking about India, Afghanistan, many other places.
Yeah, and it's not as if it's going to spread to the rest of the world. So we've got to take care of Haiti.
Yes,
and,
yes.
I don't know what the future looks like, but I know it has to have a strong, independent, healthy Haiti is necessary. Not just for Haiti, but for the rest of the Caribbean and the rest of the Western Hemisphere.
Yes. And then what about your work in the Dominican Republic?
Well, it parallels that. Obviously, the Dominican Republic a little better off than Haiti, but the work is very similar. It's about empowering communities to build, take charge of their own health, and we come and supplement them with clinics, and we just finished up in Villa Verde, a nice community just outside of Santo Domingo. They have a new clinic, they have a water purification plant that can generate income, and now we're going to go to the Cafe.
Yes, and that's a little bit exciting. What I was going to say was that even though we cannot go to Haiti, but we'll be taking care of some Haitians in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, where there are a lot of Haitians.
Yeah.
And it's a garbage dump, unfortunately, a garbage dump in Santo Domingo, where we hope to start a clinic, build a clinic, and a water purification plant there as well. So with good luck, we'll get it done.
Yeah. Well, I think that did you take a look at that community?
I didn't get to see it,
Okay,
but I did meet the pastor who's helping to coordinate that.
Okay.
And he's very excited. He came and saw the clinic that was built in Villa Verde, and he wants to repeat the same thing over in Tecate.
Okay, fantastic. David, I'm not to keep you too long. I know
Okay.
you want to dance now.
Yeah, yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello.
Hey, Joel.
How are you doing?
Nice to meet
Yes,
you.
nice to meet you. Thank you for coming. Hey, this is Dr. Breckenmeyer. Well, I don't want to say only my colleague because she's a boss too.
No, I'm not. I'm the servant.
So, why did you decide to come to this event?
The most important reason is because you are so supportive of working with Haiti. And I admire that. So I wanted to be here to support you. And obviously, it's a country that has a lot of needs, and the U.S. is partly responsible for that. So I got to do a little bit of my part.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe.
Hey. So this is a health show that we do every Friday.
This is a live event, the Art for Health event in Chicago, and we're live right now. We're having a wonderful time collecting preparations for all the next trips and all the good stuff that we're going to do, and we hope you're celebrating with us.
So what role do you play in all these things in terms of the trips to Haiti, or how do you support the work of community empowerment?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
You're very important.
so I work in the office of global health at Rush, and at Rush we partner with community empowerment, and we organize the trips, the teams. We find the volunteers that go out to Haiti and the Dominican, although right now the Dominican, and we help fund the supplies. We organize the trip teams, etc., and we send all the people out to help in the community.
Fantastic. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you. It was fun.
C'est comment pouvez avec Amarena?
Ou pas jambe devant deux situations, par contre, qui ça pour faire, qui ça pour choisir?
Mais ça son dilemme. Dilemme dans couple, dilemme dans famille. Dilemme, c'est une émission débat sentimental sur une série de sujets tabous dans la société noire. Dilemme, c'est une émission morale côté d'un parler de ça qui normal avec ça qui pas normal, ça nous capable accepter et ça nous pas droit accepter dans une relation. Relez-nous, voyez message pour participer. Rendez-vous chaque samedi soir à 10h sur page Facebook Zoom IT News avec Miss Lamou, Léonie Desroses. À nous parler de dilemme yo et joindre une solution ensemble. Tout dilemme, c'est dilemme. Pas oublier, chaque samedi soir, 10h, dilemme, facebook.com, Zoom IT News.
Oh yeah, that's if you
So what are we doing?
Well, this is Dr. Babs Waldman, the treasurer, should I say, of community empowerment.
I am.
And she's one of the main driving force for community empowerment. So how did it all start?
Wow. So, it started with Stephanie Green, really.
Yes.
Maybe, I think it's now, we kept saying, 13 years, but then it was maybe 20 years ago. She's a doctor at Rush, and she wanted a global health experience for herself and residents. So she traveled by herself to the Dominican Republic and met people from many communities and picked one community with a very strong community leadership. And here we are, some many years later, with a model that's been.
That's precisely that's what I to say. There's a model. What that model?
The model is to work really closely. First of all, we work with communities that have reached out to us. Like, we need help. We don't go looking for it. They come to us looking, and we help them develop medical infrastructure, and while providing care. And then ultimately the model is that it's supported in some part by having a water business. And then the government takes over the clinic and runs it as one of their primary care units.
So, but this model is more for the Dominican Republic.
Haiti, it has not been successful because it's Haiti, which is really unfortunate. We've come to terms with that fact. So the model there is we will have to support it definitely. We were getting close almost.
Yes.
At one point we had applied to become a government clinic.
Yes.
We were in the process, and then everything fell apart.
Yes, yes.
And so we had to give that model up there.
When you say business, water business, who is in charge of that?
So ultimately the community is. Like, we will get it started, and then the community will run it, and the proceeds are used either. I've been eating such stupid. The proceeds are used to either support the clinic or to support a community improvement project. And so, for example, Villa Verde, right now the community is undergoing training to run the business. It's going to take about a year for them to be able to take it over, but they will, and will be.
So the community leadership, the partnership with the community leaders, it's very important in this particular model.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in Haiti, it's not. Unfortunately, there's some partnership with community. The partnership is with our staff there, really.
Yeah.
You know, the doctor that works in Haiti with us is a leader in and of herself. You know.
Yes.
And we are partnering with an orphanage, and the woman that runs that orphanage is again a leader in and of herself. It's just unfortunate. We were in the process of making it all happen, and it just fell apart. But
So,
maybe we did it.
But again, I've been asking people about the next project for next year, and then can you tell us a little bit more about the new project?
Yeah, again, this community reached out to us. It's actually another NGO. It's a little bit different.
How are you?
It's a little bit different because it's not the community leaders so much. It's an NGO that's been working there for like 3 years. And it's primarily Haitian. It's about 70% Haitian migrants. So healthcare was identified as a huge need and clean water. So he started with food for kids. The kids are some food program. Kids get 1 meal a day because malnutrition is a very serious problem there. He's got a vocational training program. He started a women's group, and some housing was built for single mothers.
Wow.
But there was no healthcare piece, and he really wanted that. So that's where we are coming in.
So I gather that the first trip really in that community, I think that is Duquesa.
Duquesa.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So Duquesa is situated on the largest garbage dump in Santo Domingo. And the people that live there make their living by sorting through the garbage and selling and recycling and whatever they can. That's how they make their living. So it will be actually a little bit different because this other NGO has a team of doctors that go 3 days a week.
Okay.
So we'll be working with them. It'll be a different model. We're very excited because we've never worked that closely with doctors on the ground there. And instead of being kind of the primary leaders of it, we'll be sort of the support staff to them and help them develop a more sustainable and a better run kind of primary care system. And that's our goal, is to help them develop what they've already started.
Has community empowerment been able to identify leaders in that particular community?
Well, we haven't, because we haven't been working there. The other NGO has this women's group, and from there, we're hoping to work, and some of them will step forward.
Okay.
It's going to be more on them than on us to identify. I mean, we'll see, because our volunteers from our previous communities are going to go there to train them. So I think people will probably self-identify.
Well, perhaps I'm not going to keep it too long. The music is loud, and then I'm hoping that we make enough money to support Haiti and then the Dominican Republic. Things, as you know, are really rough in Haiti, and then despite that, community empowerment is still supporting the work in Haiti. So that's fantastic.
No, we cannot give up. You can't. I mean, you can abandon these people. No. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was okay. Now, Vicky, dance.
Chaque vendredi, depuis le fait 9h à soir, rendez-vous pas l'autre côté. Branchez Zoom Haiti News à Caribbean Television Network qui présenté au Pawòl Lasante. Yon émission qui peut pi bien comprendre problème santé monde là a fait face et puis permettre ou prendre disposition pour qu'il mette tout en santé. Chaque vendredi, Zoom Haiti News ak Front Unit a bo yon consultation gratis. Pas rater occasion ça. Pawòl Lasante après passer chaque dimanche à 9h à soir. Émission ça, c'est Zoom Haiti News ak Front Unit qui porte le pour.
Bon, et à ce moment-là, c'était une émission spéciale et probablement on a fait mes petits bonheur, mais m'a dit que au nom de Fourni de la diaspora haïtienne, et nous avons fait nous connaître le travail qu'on a fait pour supporter Haïti et surtout la République dominicaine. Il y a un pile de travail qu'on a fait en République dominicaine avec Haïti. C'est une première communauté que les affaires que nous sommes allés, nous prenons soin de quelques Haïtiens. Nous avons pour l'autre communauté que les dit que ça qui est un pile Haïtien là-dedans. Nous avons fait un garbage camp que à partir de janvier, nous avons fait un voyage là et pour essayer de l'aider. Circonstances, c'est de circonstances qui sont terribles. Et Haïtiens pas besoin de dans garbage dans un pays où ils n'ont pas même besoin de soins même. Et raison qui je parle maintenant, c'est parce qu'il y a une mauvaise gouvernance continue et qu'on a là-bas dans une période et le peuple a dépassé à cause de l'incompétence du gouvernement et à cause de bandits, gangsters qui prennent le pays. Depuis qu'on est là, nous avons une lumière de possible que après une occupation qui va le faire. Donc, nous avons supporté le peuple et chaque fois que nous avons fait une mission, nous avons toujours dit ça parce que nous ne pouvons pas arrêter inconscient et à problème que le peuple a gagné, et particulièrement dans le moment ça. Donc, comme c'est un bail spécial que c'est nos fournissiers, donc nous avons fait mes plus bonheurs à ce soir. Donc, à la prochaine.
Chaque vendredi, depuis le fait 9h à soir, rendez-vous pas l'autre côté. Branchez Zoom Haiti News à Caribbean Television Network qui présenté au Pawòl Lasante. Yon émission qui peut pi bien comprendre problème santé monde là a fait face et puis permettre de prendre disposition pour qu'il mette tout en santé. Chaque vendredi, Zoom Haiti News ak Front Unit a bo yon consultation gratis. Pas rater occasion ça. Pawòl Lasante après passer chaque dimanche à 9h à soir. Émission ça, c'est Zoom Haiti News ak Front Unit qui porte le pour.